Hello everybody and welcome to week 3 of the D&D. This week I'm versing ShinyKrabby and the Hitmontop Oss. I believe it is. But yeah, I'm not going to be showing off my team this week because I do have to verse ShinyKrabby again later in the season, and there is some stuff that I didn't get the opportunity to show off this battle that I might want to keep under wraps. But yeah, otherwise, we'll have a look at the team he's brought quickly. The Naganadel, the Florges, the Cthagrigus, the Delphox, the Blastoise, and the Skarmory. I was not expecting the Delphox or the Cthagrigus this match, to be quite honest. I was more expecting maybe the Dugtrio and the Drapion. I know with the Drapion that's a lot of poison, but like I feel they would have been good against my team. But I mean, Cthagrigus and Delphox are still major threats for me, that's for sure. But yeah, basically, I'm just going to go the route that I wanted to go with to start with, which was just leading with my Espeon, and then ShinyKrabby does lead with the Naganadel, which I was surprised to see because I don't think in any of his other matches had he actually led with it yet. And I was like, well, this is make or break for my Espeon here. And because, yeah, I just take it out one hit. Psychic, I knew I had, like, calced it and, like, I'd EV'd this Espeon so that it would take out the Naganadel one hit with the Psychic in most normal situations. And then the Choice Scarf to let me outspeed it. Obviously, because there's no way the Espeon would have outsped the Naganadel without the Choice Scarf. So yeah, that's gone from the match on the first turn, which I was really happy about. Obviously, he wasn't expecting my Espeon to be Choice Scarfed. Therefore, that's probably something that's not going to work next week. Not next week, the next time we play. Which is unfortunate. Because it went really well for me this week. Yeah, I was definitely happy to see this Naganadel gone, that's for sure. But yeah, he brings in the Cthagrigus. Espeon here will go down to a Shadow Ball, I believe. So, I mean, I just get it out and bring my Hydreigon in. Takes a Hex, like, no damage there. And then I call the Flash Cannon on the floor, just get a quite lucky crit there. So, like, the floor just would probably go down to another one. I'm not Scarfed though, so and the next Flash Cannon, even though I think I'm probably faster than this Florges anyway. The next Flash Cannon, I think, was guaranteed to not take it out at this range anyway. Going by what I was calcing at that point anyway. So especially after the leftovers there. So yeah, I take my Hydreigon out and bring Celesteela in, which is neat. Doesn't have the best matchup against the Blastoise, but like the Blastoise isn't going to be able to do a ton of damage to me either. And that's a 4-hit KO on the Blastoise, and then I get to heal back whatever damage he does to me with my Giga Drain, so that's not too bad. But he brings the Cthagrigus back in. and that just gives me a chance to bring my Golbat. It goes for a Toxic Spikes for some reason. I'm not really sure why. It only really affects my Alola Marowak, the Espeon, and the Whimsicott. And my defog is on this Golbat, obviously. Just do a little bit of damage with the air slash there, and just going to defog this Toxic Spike away, because if I have to bring Espeon or something else in, and even a Hex on my burnt Golbat is only doing 24%, so that I know that I can take whatever this Cofagrigus wants to throw at me, and I can roost it off easily, which is really nice. Skarmory comes in, and I get a roost up off that. I don't want rocks on my side at this point, so Espeon comes in here, and I didn't think he really had anything that could touch Espeon. It turns out after this match, it was like, I think, Roost, Whirlwind, Stealth Rocks, and one other move, but it couldn't touch my Espeon, so. And I get a nice solid Hidden Power Electric off there, 53%. It would be nice if the Magic Bounce stopped the defog from going through, but yeah. So I could have kept Stealth Rocks up, that would have been nice, but what you gonna do? And just go for another Hidden Power Electric here, as he's going to switch out and bring in the Delphox. It doesn't do a ton of damage, but any chip on this thing is nice. I bring my Sock Puppets in, take a Psychic, because I think it was expecting me to bring the Golbat in there on the Fire move or whatever, but I figured something like that might happen, and I didn't really want to sack Golbat off at this point in time. So Sock Puppets can pretty much take anything that Delphox has here besides Dazzling Gleam, but I didn't think Delphox would be going the Dazzling Gleam against most of what I can bring in. And I don't think he would have been expecting me to bring the Hydreigon in at that point. But then I bring my Celesteela in expecting the Dazzling Gleam too, because I was like, he's definitely going to have the Dazzling Gleam. There's no way he wouldn't. Fire Blast does a chunk, but not enough, thanks to my Assault Vest there. And Earthquake does a chunk, but not quite enough. I think I'd count that my Earthquake was a guaranteed live by Delphox anyway, but that was like the most damage that anything I had could do to it. So yeah, I just wanted to get that in. And now here, I was really lucky. I live on like 1% HP. I think I had like a 47.5% chance of living that Fire Blast because I didn't count the Blaze boost. I probably wouldn't have switched in Espeon there, to be honest, if I had counted it with the Blaze. Without the Blaze, I only did 80%. I knew I could live that and come in fine, and then outspeed it after with my Choice Scarf, because I knew the Delphox wasn't Scarf because it had been switching moves. But yeah, like that was a really lucky roll on my behalf. That allowed me to keep my Espeon here. I mean, I still think I would have had ways to deal with the Delphox had this Espeon gone down. But, I mean, the other things on his team, maybe not so much. But yeah, so, I mean, that could have been like something that mattered in the end of the game, but allows me to get a Shadow Ball off here, and 2 Shadow Balls takes the Cofagrigus out. So that's what Espeon picking up another kill now. That's neat. I don't really want to keep Espeon in there and take the damage. But the Florges just goes for a Wish. That would have been nice if I'd managed to get that to predict that and do some damage. Shadow Ball definitely wouldn't have taken it out though, and then I'm assuming it had Protect or something like that. Would have been able to get it all back after. But, I mean, there's always the chance of the special defense drop and stuff like that as well, which could be nice. But anyway, yeah, I bring my Alola Marowak in on the Wish, and Florges goes out as Blastoise comes in as I get my Stealth Rocks up. And then Blastoise is back to full HP. I can't keep my Alola Marowak in on the water move that Blastoise is most likely going to go for there. Then my Marowak would be gone entirely. Take the Water Pulse, get confused, but I'm not going to hit myself in confusion, which is nice. I just roost up. And then Skarmory comes in, Defog's coming out, not much I can do about it at this point. My Golbat is not going to be able to touch the Skarmory, but I do get my Celesteela in. At this point I was hoping it didn't have Whirlwind. I can get my speed up on this. The leftovers is quite annoying, and Flame Charge is not going to be able to do enough to get the Skarmory gone, but I mean I get to +2 speed, and then like my Heavy Slam or whatever is not going to take this thing out either, but I mean it was worth a try. Golbat comes back in. Luckily that was Golbat that came in there and not the Espeon or something else that didn't want to sit in on the Skarmory when I don't know what it has. Like Espeon would have been gone if it came in then, which would have been unfortunate on my behalf, but I can live with Golbat coming in. And it means I get the defog off, and while Skarmory's going to get the roost, like Skarmory can't touch my Golbat either. So I can bring the Espeon in case he wants to go for the Stealth Rocks or anything again, and I knew at that point he didn't really have anything that could do any damage to my Espeon. He reveals the Aqua Jet on the Espeon on that move there, and as I switched the Espeon out, I was real close to hitting Hidden Power Electric on the Espeon, but like it wasn't going to kill the Blastoise no matter what, and I didn't think that Espeon was worth losing at that point. Actually, I was also debating hitting the Baton Pass because I figured I'd be faster than this Blastoise no matter what, and yeah, luckily I did not hit the Baton Pass because then Espeon would have gone down for free. But yeah, the Whimsicott doing a great deal of damage to the Blastoise here, which is neat. That is going to like threaten this Blastoise for real. Like the Ice Beam still does a ton of damage to me, but this next Giga Drain will take the Blastoise out, and I need to try and force my way through his walls, or else I'm not going to get anywhere. So I stay in and go for another Giga Drain as he brings Florges in, does nothing. Now I was debating here going for a Moonblast or going for the Memento. Go for the Memento, thinking that I could like bring something else in after, assuming that the Florges was going to go for its own Moonblast or something like that, because Moonblast from a Florges did kill my Whimsicott at this point, and I did want to bring something in for free. But in hindsight, I should have just gone for my own Moonblast and did some more damage to this and taken the hit or something like that and gone down for free that way, because like it wished anyway, and then like my Whimsicott has just gone down for free here basically, which is quite annoying. And now here I probably mess up the most. I didn't expect the floor just to stay in. I think my flash cannon I don't think killed at this range, but I also didn't think that a Moonblast would knock out my Hydreigon here at -2 special attack. Spoiler alert, it does. Spoiler alert, I go for the Draco Meteor thinking that he's going to switch out into the Blastoise or this Skarmory or something. To get a wish onto them to stop them going down. But yeah, that's instead I do no damage to the Florges. Sock Puppets goes down, and Florges gets all its health back. Really unfortunate move for me, but I mean that's how it goes. You make these predictions sometimes, and you lose them. But anyway, Skarmory comes in. I go for the Heavy Slam. As you see, that does nothing. Heavy Slam and the Flame Charge are the only offensive moves I have that can do any damage to Skarmory. Blastoise comes in as my Espeon comes in, and then he's just going to spam the Ice Beam on my Golbat here. Luckily, I can just roost off the damage. I'm faster. And he can't freeze me because I've already got a burn. Thanks, Cofagrigus, for that. So I can just keep resting up. And Florges is going to come in. Florges can't really touch me with anything, but I go into my Alola Marowak because it can't really touch Alola Marowak with anything either. Florges is just going to go for a wish to get the Blastoise back up. I go for my Z Shadow Bone. Does not do enough to take this Blastoise out. Depending on investment, it possibly could have done enough, but ShinyKrabby let me know that he was pretty heavily invested, and that was I think he said it was pretty much guaranteed to not kill. It was guaranteed to not kill, he said, I believe. So not too worried about that. Worried about that though, and here I can't keep my Alola Marowak in, because at this point it's pretty much all I have that can win. Golbat can take whatever the Blastoise can throw at me. Skarmory is going to come in and try and get some hazards up or something like that, I guess. But I bring the Espeon in. He's going to Whirlwind himself out, which is pretty funny. Into Blastoise, I don't really want to keep my Espeon in there. He goes for the Ice Beam. Once again, Golbat can take that. And then I'm just going to chip away at this Blastoise a bit to bring it in range of my Marowak's Shadow Bone, because that's what Marowak has that does the most damage to this Blastoise at this point. I get confused here, and luckily I'm not going to get confused even on this next one, which allows me to get another roost off. Yeah, and the confusion is going to end, which is nice, which lets me sit around and take the water pulses. And then Florges is going to come in on my next roost, and I'm going to switch to the Alola Marowak as a wish comes out. And now this is where the Blastoise is going to come in. There's not much I can do about that. I know that. I do the calcs. My Shadow Bone is about The Blastoise is on 25% health at this time, right? My Shadow Bones max roll is about 26% or something like that, I believe. So there's a chance that this is not going to knock it out. There's a chance that it will. Blastoise comes in, Shadow Bone, and it takes it out. Thank God that that's out the way. And that means the physically defensive wall is gone. That allows me to get up my Stealth Rocks. I didn't really need to do that at this point, but like Moonblast isn't going to be able to take out me at this point. Flare Blitz, that's a 2-hit kill. It gets a wish off as I Flare Blitz again. Perfect. Florges is down, that's the special wall. And then we got Skarmory. It's going to defog the rocks away as I get up another rocks and get back to full health. I should have just gone for the Flare Blitz there, but I figured he's going to try and defog the rocks away, and there's not much else he can do to try and bring the Delphox in. That burn pretty much seals the Skarmory. He brings in the Delphox. I should have just Flare Blitzed, but I try and get the Stealth Rocks up before the Skarmory can get the Delphox in. But if I had Flare Blitzed, which I probably should have, I wouldn't have had to sack off the Golbat here. And it would affect my differential a little bit, but that just means that I can bring in the Espeon to get another kill on the Skarmory. So that's 3 kills to the Skarmory, and then Delphox is going to come in on the Stealth Rocks. And die to that, giving Lola Marowak his 3rd kill. If I had just Flare Blitzed, Lola Marowak would have got 4 kills. Excuse me, sorry. And Espeon would have got 2, but they both get 3 each. It was real lucky that Espeon managed to put in the work and take out the Naganadel right from the start. But well, I definitely did some misplays with a couple of my mons that could have affected my differential a lot. Like, I'm not sure on the rolls with Florges and Hydreigon, but that possibly could have stopped my Hydreigon going down. I could have played that better with a lot of Marowak so that Golbat didn't need to go down. And even Whimsicott probably didn't need to go down when it did. But yeah, I think I played pretty well this match. Made a lot of predictions that turned out well, a few predictions that didn't. ShinyKrabby definitely played really well as well. He had me on the back foot with the Blastoise and the Florges and the Skarmory. Just that combo was really hard to get through with my team. But we did get through it in the end, thankfully. But yeah, so I guess that's it for this week. Next week we verse my good friend Ian and the Lad and the Lantern, so that should be a fun match. Thank you all for watching. Good game, ShinyKrabby, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.